The weight of not getting pregnant had settled deeply in my heart. 3 years. 3 whole years. And nothing. Sometimes, it felt like a silent burden I carried alone. But even with that, I held tightly to my faith. Allah will make a way. I believed that with everything in me. That afternoon, I was seated quietly in my room when my phone rang. I glanced at the screen. Ummi. I frowned slightly. My mother was not someone who called just to check on me. If I ever heard from her, it was usually when Bamba was around. And even then, it was just greetings. I didn't understand it. How could a mother choose wealth over her only child? I picked the call anyway. Assalamu alaikum. Nawuni Ummi, I greeted. Wa alaikum salam. Sanu. Atiya. How are you? She asked. Alhamdulillah. Lafiya Lao, I replied calmly. There was a brief pause. Achaya, I need to see you. I have something to discuss with you, she said. Her tone was serious. I already had a feeling this wasn't going to be a simple visit. Insha'Allah, I'll come tomorrow, I said. I'll inform my husband when he returns. The rest of the day went on as usual. Despite Ashman making it clear that we were to stay at home, Layla still found her way, out almost every day. She would go out to meet friends, returning later in the evening, sometimes before Ashman came back, sometimes at the same time. And as always, she left Aisha with me. Little Aisha, she had become something soft in my life, something pure. She would walk into my room freely, her small footsteps, light against the floor, her innocent smile enough to melt away whatever heaviness I carried. Sometimes, I would watch her and feel a pinch in my heart, a quiet guilt, because deep down, I knew we used her to gain access to those shares. Afternoon, just like always, Aisha was with me. She had fallen asleep on my bed, her tiny body curled gently under the soft covers. I stepped outside for some fresh air. The breeze was calm, carrying with it a quiet stillness. Not long after, Hayara came to join me. Assalamu alaikum. Akti, she greeted warmly. Wa alaikum salam, I replied with a small smile. After exchanging pleasantries, she asked, how is Aisha? Is she with you again? Yes, I sighed softly. She's asleep. I paused, then added, sometimes I don't understand how a mother can leave her 2-year-old child like this till evening. I looked down at my hands, and I'm beginning to wonder why she leaves her with me so willingly now, especially after all the trouble she made when we wanted to use Isha before. Hayara nodded thoughtfully. Well, Allah knows best, she said gently. Maybe she doesn't see you as a rival anymore. I let out a small breath. Allah knows best, I repeated. Then I remembered, I won't be able to attend tomorrow's class. I told her. We had both enrolled in a weekend madrasa, something that brought me peace and knowledge as a striving Muslimah. My mother wants to see me tomorrow, I added. All right then, Hayara said kindly. Go safely. After some time, I went back inside. Aisha was still asleep. I adjusted her covering gently, then went to the kitchen. It was my turn to cook. The next morning came like every other morning. Calm, routine. I dressed neatly, and Ashman drove me to my parents' house. The ride was quiet but comfortable. We exchanged a few words here and there. Nothing too deep. When we arrived, he greeted my parents respectfully but didn't stay. I have something to attend to, he said before leaving. Baba too was already dressed, preparing to go out. Soon enough, it was just me and Ummi. We sat together for a while in silence. Then she turned to face me. Atiyah, my daughter, you know I care about you, and I wouldn't want to see you hurt in any way, she began. I looked at her quietly. I knew that tone. I knew that look. Still, I said nothing. Atiyah, if there's anything wrong with you, you can tell me, right? She asked. I frowned slightly. I don't understand, Ummi, I replied. She sighed. Your husband already has a child with another woman, she said. And as the first wife, you need to produce an heir as soon as possible. Her words were calm, but heavy. 3 years have passed, Atiyah, and you're still alone, with nothing to show. My chest tightened. You know, if you produce an heir, your position in that empire will be stronger, she added. There it was again. Wealth. Always wealth. I swallowed. But Ummi, I've been praying, and I believe Allah will answer me soon, I said softly. She shook her head slightly. Atiyah, you cannot keep praying when? You don't even know what you're praying for, she said. I looked at her, confused. Are you even medically okay to carry a child? She continued. You need to go for a checkup. Her voice was firm now. And since your husband already has a child, there is no need to question him. Silence fell between. You. Her words stayed with me, deep, uncomfortable, but truthful in a way I couldn't ignore. Slowly I nodded. At some point, she was right. Before continuing to make dua, I needed to understand what exactly I was asking Allah for.